friends, thanks for joining me. I'm here today to do another 10-minute make in my little vintage journal I've been doing here. This is an album covered with fabric tape. This is my vintage bit fabric assortment essentials. So you can see that it's got four tapes in it. I think I'm going to use this one in my project. But here we go. This is the album. It uses the binder mechanism from the 49 and Market Create an Album set. And you can see I line the interior again with the fabric tape and some of the Vintage Artistry Nature Study Collection 6x8 paper pack. And you can see the first page that I did here and the second page. And then I'm going to get ready to do this third page today. So the binder mechanism is really easy. You just pinch it and open it. So I'm going to set this aside and pull out the page that I want to work on. I already pulled together some of the Rubons, and they are from the nature study. I'm using Rubons from the Foliage pack and the mushroom pack. And I debated, did I want to do sewing again? And I decided no. This one's going to be pretty much 90% Rubons. Because, I have a thing about Rubons. I really like them. Having a lot of fun with them these days. So let me get started. You can see here on the side, I pulled together some mushroom Rubons, some text, palettes, and sentiments. And I'm going to get started and compositing it on my page. One of the fun things about the Nature Study ledger pack is the ledgers make it pretty easy to line stuff up. So I'm just going to put this mushroom on there. I'm using a burnisher from the Sizzix paper sculpting set. They sent this to me, and I'm played with all the things in the packs, and this one really works. I don't know if it's the large ball on the end or what. A lot of times when I rub it across, it just lifts right off. I think it just depends on the surface that I'm putting it on. See, everything's shaking when I rub. Maybe I rub too hard. I don't know. All right, and then a lot of times I like to use the pick to kind of lift the edge because my fingernails aren't that good. And let's see, when you peel it back, you just go slowly because see here, you could see I missed a spot. And then I can just go back in and push it down again. There, okay, that one's down. And let's see, I was thinking maybe I should put my sentiment on next, and that'll help me position everything else. So again, I'm going to use the grid paper to kind of help me line it up. And I'm using it as a bit of an anchor, kind of giving it a pre-rub and then going in with the burnisher. Just making sure I've got all the space covered, and what really is key is lifting it slowly, especially with this outlined alpha. You don't want to have the lines off, but if you do, just cover it with a splatter. That's what I do, because believe me, it's happened to me a time or two. Okay, I'm gonna lift slowly. And I think, yeah, you could see a little bit, the top was still there. So push that down again. Lift slowly. And there we go. So we've got Discover on there. I should have started a timer to see where I'm at. Am I really gonna do this in 10 minutes? I hope so. I've got a texture here. I'm gonna add that. Kind of helps bring the composition across the page with the varied text. That's one of the things I really like about using fragments of text like this is it helps connect parts of your page. So everything's cohesive and nothing's really floating off on its own. It all visually connects. Okay, that's on there. I'm gonna kind of bend it up so that I can lift it. And I don't care, I don't know if you can see on here, but there is a little rub-on left. But with the fragments, it's really okay. Doesn't have to be perfect. All right, then I wanted to add another mushroom rub-on. I was kind of thinking it was gonna go here. We'll see how my pre-planning really pays off. Do I stick with my pre-plan or does it get modified? That's one of the things with art journaling. Just go with the flow. Don't get hung up on anything. There's no rules. Nobody knows what's in your head and what you were thinking it was going to be. Just go with where it wants to go. And enjoy the whole creative process of making things. I think as makers, that's what it's all about, right? Is just being creative, following your path, seeing where it takes you. And it's taking me to this bee. Gotta add a little insect, adds movement, just a little more imagery. Again, I'm kind of lifting it up so I can get underneath. Pull it up, all good. Then I was thinking about adding this, and then I was thinking about tape. So let's go in with some tape and see what happens here. I just want a small piece. I'm wondering how easily I'm going to be able to get it to fray. So I'm going to just snip here and tear. Okay, so I've frayed across the top. You know, I think I'll snip this side a little bit and see. Okay, there, I've got more fray. See, that's nice. Can you see that? I think maybe I held it up too high to the camera. Yeah, I really like that bit of fraying. Okay, so we will put that here. Oops. The fabric tape is repositionable. So, you know, if you want to be sure it's a really solid stick, you could put glue underneath it. I didn't want to put glue because what if I oopsed and it pulled up my rub-on? I didn't really want that. Now I'm going to go in, and maybe this is actually going to go over it. I just wanted some movement and energy underneath, or at least I thought I did. Maybe I don't. Yeah. No rules, remember? No rules. Do what you want. I had this little word strip. Where does it connect? I'm actually thinking kind of up there. It helps tie the mushroom on the left into the composition. Yeah, I like that. Okay, going with it. See, this is how I roll. I just kind of play, go. If it works, great. You hope for the best. If you don't really get a result you want, try to come up with something else that can layer over it. And I know people feel like you're wasting if you put layers over things, but you're creating, and it's all about the process and where you end up and where your creativity wants to go. And I think that's the most important. That's why we do this, not to get hung up on if there's some waste. You know, as long as you are having creative time and you are happy and you are enjoying it, then that is what matters. You know, hopefully there's not a lot of waste, but there's always going to be some. There's some in everything we do. pull that one up. Yay. Wow, okay. I actually think that that works. And looking at my timer on my phone, it looks like 10 minutes. So not too bad, right? So let's get the album back here. And I'm gonna put it in the album. And I'm just making these pages for creative exploration, for play. But if you look at these pages and then the pages on the alternating side, they really leave room that if I decided I had a vacation or a series of outdoor styled photos that suited this album would really work for that. So I'm just collecting a number of pages right now in a creative exploration. This is, I thought, like this spread of having these two together will be great for adding photos, adding more ephemera. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe it'll end up being a 30-minute make next time. And then some more blanks. So I'm going to keep at this. I'll be doing other projects in between this one. But keeping at it, keeping creative, keeping exploring, keeping playing, and I hope you do too. So thank you for joining me. Again, this is 49 Market Vintage Artistry Nature Study. Check your retailers for it. Search for it on the internet and find online retailers if you don't have anyone near you. And remember to like and subscribe so that you will be notified the next time I post another video. So thank you for joining and have a great day. Bye.